Well, school district officials say they are taking extra precautions at Seminole High School this morning to make sure that the kids and the staff feel safer today. This morning, we're finding out that they are doing all kinds of things to help prevent this from happening again. And Michael Lawrence with Seminole County Schools is answering our questions live this morning. First of all, we really appreciate you doing that yesterday, because I know yesterday things were really sort of chaotic and lots of moving parts and pieces. So thanks so much for doing that. And thanks for being here now, Michael. Good to see you.
Good to see you. My pleasure.
So let's talk first about sort of how things will look this morning. Obviously, the school bell's probably ringing right now. What can the kids and the parents expect when they get back on campus today?
Sure. So we definitely have added additional security today. So added law enforcement officers will be present, not just today, but through the rest of the week. We also have school counselors who are on hand, in addition to the counselors that are already at Seminole High School, to speak with anyone who was traumatized, obviously, by yesterday's incident and needs to speak to a counselor, both students and staff, and they'll be available as long as they're needed. So whether that's the rest of this week or through next week, they'll be there as long as it takes, as long as necessary. And in addition, our superintendent, all our area superintendents, assistant superintendents, and our leadership team is on hand at Seminole High School today to show support for the school and help out in any way they can.
Michael, it is a big campus. There's a lot of kids on the campus. How is it set up right now as far as entrances and exits are concerned? Because that was something we heard parents say yesterday, is that, maybe we need to shut off some of those and do more, as kids are coming in and out. What are your thoughts there?
So the challenge with a campus of that size, between the main campus and the ninth grade center that's adjacent, you have over 4,000 plus students. So there really is no way to get 4,000 plus students, or even 3,000 plus if you're talking about just the main campus, in and out in a timely fashion if you just had one bottleneck exit and egress out. In addition, our school safety folks tell us not to have too many limited entrances, that you need to have more than one way in, one way out, for security purposes as well. So there's a lot that goes into that thought. It is a challenge, especially with a campus of Seminole High School's size. But in order to get, our kids in and out, when you talk about your bus riders and your car riders and everyone else in, you do need to have a few different ways in and out of a campus of that size.
Michael, it's such a different world we live in now. I know you guys had the incident at Oviedo High School at homecoming just a couple of months ago. There was a shooting at Lake Mary High School a couple of years ago. So these are not isolated incidents in the sense that we know that they happen, but I think everybody feels like, gosh, is there more that we can do? How do we prevent guns from getting on campus? It sort of feels like these days, sort of the age-old question no one really knows the answer to.
Yeah, it's a society issue that we're seeing, obviously, and we've seen it for several years now. There's a lot that needs to still be done. Obviously, we want to see that type of violence cease. Guns don't belong in the school system. Kids need to feel safe that they're going to school and that they're going to be in a safe environment, and the same with our staff. So there's a lot of different things that unfortunately school districts have had to do. That's why we train for those code red drills. We know it's difficult for our students and our staff to do those, but incidents like yesterday are the reasons why we do that, to train. And luckily all those kids performed, perfectly yesterday. And we know it was difficult for them, but, those types of drills help save lives. And so that's why, unfortunately, in this day and age, we have to do those types of things. It's not something I had to do when I was a student. And I'm glad and thankful for that. But unfortunately, that's the reality of our students and kids today. And so anything that we can do, when it comes to school safety, when it comes to, mental health issues, all those different things, they all tie into it. There's not one, magic answer, that can help solve all of that. But there are a lot of different things that we can do when working together, like our Speak Out hotline, our anonymous tip lines, like restorative practices that we do at some of our schools. There's all kinds of different things that we can do when working together can help mitigate those types of incidents from occurring. And, also the code red drills and making sure that, kids know what to do when those situations unfortunately do arise, so that we can keep as many students and staff safe as possible.
Michael, just real quick, how is Javon doing this morning? I was just looking at his Twitter feed, and just last week he had a birthday, and Dr. Rodriguez and Coach Lodge and everybody, of course, wishing him a happy birthday. And here we are a week later, but we're hearing that he is going to be okay. Are you hearing the same?
I am. The last information I received was that he was in stable condition. I haven't received an update as of yet, but that's the last information that I had.
All right. Well, we certainly wish him the best. And we thank you so much, Michael, for being with us both yesterday and today. Thank you and take care.
My pleasure. Thank you.